Welcome to These Are the Blades of Our Lives, the skating show where I talk to you about figure skating like it is drama for your mama. Hi guys. Sorry it took me so long to make this video. For some reason, the last few months have been so packed. First, I had so much work to do, and because I'm an adult, as an adult, I had to do my work. I don't know, adulthood is the worst hood. I want to go back to childhood, but of course I can't. And then once I finally finished my work, I was like, now it's time to make videos. And then my computer became possessed. Yes, guys, it was computer possession. The background got weird images. It was making the funny sound, the wiggly line. So, of course, I had to, schedule an exorcism for it. And then just as I was getting ready to pick up my new computer, my kitchen had to be demolished and rebuilt. And then as my kitchen was being demolished and rebuilt, I then had to go to Tampa because my little brother was getting engaged and we were doing a family meet and greet. Then I came back and I was like, yes, video time. However, I bought like a Chrome book and the usual audio editor that I use to make videos, it wasn't compatible for a Chromebook. So then I had to get me a Best Buy credit card. I had to get approved for it. So then I could get a computer that was 3 times the budget that I originally intended to spend. And then finally, after all this, I am back here with you guys. Now, getting to the figure skating, I just want to say, watching Worlds, it was great seeing the Ukrainian team representing their country. While we all sympathize with the Ukrainian people, it's still so hard to fully understand the horror of seeing your family and loved ones killed before your eyes and your homes like just destroyed. With all of that happening, for them to have the courage to stand on international stage is beyond what I can imagine. They probably don't even know if they can continue skating next season, and yet here they are trying to do their best to keep it together. I also want to say that war is mostly the domain of those who are in power. While there are many Russians who support this war, there are other Russians who are risking their life and their freedom to protest this war. The sanctions which have rightfully been placed on Russia may hurt the wealthy oligarchy. However, it is the poor people who have no power in the decision making process who will starve. There are no winners in war, just death and destruction. And in the face of these facts, I'm glad I have figure skating as a form of escape because really the world is just becoming so crazy and reality is becoming so cruel. And I mean, and I guess like that's why I found this particular world, the 2022 world, to be so therapeutic, especially after the train wreck that was the Olympics. Now, I have to say, the anxiety, the anger, and the disappointment that I usually feel after watching figure skating for the past couple of years, for the first time doing this world wasn't there. Now, that's not to say that Problem Child figure skating did not deliver. No, far from it. Starting with pairs, oh my sweet Jesus. We had 2 pairs of idiot, the moronic duo of Simon Reed and Nick Slater from Eurosport. First of all, they phoned in the whole event. They just showed us how little they knew about figure skating and how little they cared or respect the sport. And as if that wasn't enough, idiot supreme Simon forgot his mic was on and called Megan Duhamel that bitch from Canada. The nerve of this misogynistic moron calling Megan Duhamel that bitch from Canada. But you know what? I feel like that's what that's what figure skating, that's what ISU stand for. Simon is a perfect representation of how corrupt and how bigoted this archaic institution is. If the ISU cared at all about figure skating, you know what, Simon? That bitch from Canada would have your job. However, the ISU would never hire Megan or any other competent retired skater to do commentating. Why? because they want puppet who will repeat their propaganda, not an intelligent individual who will have their own opinion, own educated, well-formed opinion, whether it is popular or unpopular. To add insult to injury, after the ISU fired Simon Reed, the best that they could do, what they felt that we deserve, is child doping, starving, and abusing biggest supporter, Ted Barton. That's who they could come up with. I have no words. So, you know what? I will just talk about the skating. The pairs event, more so than the other disciplines, was wide open. With the absence of the Russians and the Chinese, it was anyone's game. And you want to know what? Alexa, Diva Supreme, Canarum, and Brandon Fraser won it. And then my babies, Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara, took the silver. And then Vanessa James and Erin Radford, very surprising to me, finished off the podium. Starting off with James and Radford, I have to say this medal really came out of left field. Even with the absence of the other skaters, I did not see this coming. I wonder if this medal means they will continue for another season or if this was like a one and done deal. If possible, they should continue because otherwise, I don't see the point of them forming this team and creating all this unnecessary drama if it was just for one season. Then we had Riku and Ryuichi ending their season with a silver. I personally had them as the winner of this event. After their showing at the Olympic, after their showing of this whole season, I felt like they had the momentum and I really thought they were going to win. However, whether it was due to exhaustion or nerve, it just simply did not click for them and they had their worst outing of this season. To be perfectly honest, the judges were very generous with them at this event. Still, I really like this pair. I hope this medal and their performance at the Olympic motivates the Japanese Federation to invest more into pair skating. They have a lot of great skaters, and if they wanted, they could really build a great pairs program in Japan. But then again, it is the Japanese Skating Federation, so it's the Japanese Skating Federation. So I really don't know what they're thinking or what's gonna happen. Now, as for Canarum and Fraser ending the US drought and taking the title, this pair has really performed so much better than I could have ever imagined. Another pair that I know they both have other things they want to do. They've been in skating for a long time. They've had a long career, but I really wish this is not a one or two season thing, and I would love to see them stay around. On the other hand, Ashley Kane Gribble and Timothy LeDuc, another horrible fall. This is the second time that Ashley has been injured during a competition, and I really hope she takes the time off that she needs and really just heal not only physically but emotionally. Again, I have to say, ladies pair skaters are some of the toughest athletes in the world because to me, pairs is by far the scariest of the four disciplines. That is the one thing I would never want to try. As for pairs in the juniors, I have to say it was a little empty. Pairs in the junior was a little empty. Obviously it was going to be Karina, Safina and Luca Baraluva who win it. They really didn't have any competition. They really were there in a world of their own. I am, however, glad that the Australian pair medaled at this event. The skating community suffered a great loss when Australian pair skater Ekaterina Alek- Alexandrovskaya died. I'm sorry, I butchered her name. And to see this pair continue in her stead, it really was great to see. I feel like next season, I really don't know what we can expect from pairs because China is only going to have one spot and Russia definitely will not be an international competition. The only thing I know for certain is that it would be nice if the ISU learned from their mistake and hired some competent commentator like that bitch from Canada.